Good evening. Welcome to Daily 5 Vocabulary Words. This is day 7. This is the first word elucidation, monotonically, contagious, regress. These 5 words I have taken, and these have been taken from leading English newspapers. Some of useful tips I want to share with all of you. For learning spoken English, try to learn English as it is. Avoid translations in your mind from your mother tongue or first language. For vocabulary, only meaning from first language or mother tongue is important. Try to learn vocabulary using images. Try to speak as much English as you can without considering grammar at first. These are some of the useful tips. If you want to discuss these tips more, you can comment, and there I shall discuss this with you and also take your valuable suggestions regarding spoken English. So let me start. First word, commensurate, अनुरूप, सहगामी. समानार्थ शब्दों में commensurate means corresponding, equivalent, compatible, and antonyms disproportionate, unbalanced, unequal, irregular. If we see the sentence formation, his salary is commensurate with his relevant experience. One thing I want to tell you here, try to learn English the way it is written. That's why I have not given any translation of these sentences, and I think that you must understand the meanings and the way means what message the sentence wants to convey. So, his salary is commensurate with his relevant experience. I hope you understand the meaning of the sentence. Second sentence is, the decision was commensurate with the seriousness of the crime. The decision was commensurate with the seriousness of the crime. This is I used as to give an example of image vocabulary. Commensurate, as we studied, is equivalent and vocabulary words using the images. Second word is elucidation. In Hindi, व्याख्या, विवरण, स्पष्टीकरण. समानार्थ शब्दों में interpretation, explanation, description, clarification, and antonyms confuse and obscure. Confuse and obscure are the antonyms of elucidation. To make life easy for my math students, I go out of my way to elucidate the complex problems before each test. Second sentence, an interpreter will elucidate the instructions for all non-English speaking guests. Here, the word elucidate has been used as a verb, which means to explain in easy way or more explanation. Elucidate. Monotonically. Meaning of monotonically is एक जैसा, एक नज़र में या एक दृष्टता, which means uniformly, equally, evenly. Antonyms, the opposite of monotonically, unequally, unevenly. He speaks monotonically with little intonation. वो बोलता है एक ही तरीके से. He speaks monotonically with little intonation. Intonation here means our voice. We can modulate our voice in our own way. Then we can say that it's intonation. Like I can give you an example. Heath Ledger, the Dark Knight superstar or the villain of the movie Dark Knight, Heath Ledger, he actually experimented with his voice. So experimentation with voice is actually known as intonation or weak. So means actually he did intonation with his voice. So he speaks monotonically with a little intonation. Intonation, now I think that you understand. The user can select any of 63 different pitch levels and have words spoken either monotonically or with intonation. Here, monotonically or intonation, now you can easily understand why they are different and why they have been used. Next word is contagious. Contagious means sankramak, infections, epidemic, transmissible, contagious. Actually, I use the same word contagious here. So basically, synonyms of contagious are infectious, epidemic, and transmissible, whereas its antonyms are non-communicable, harmless, non-infectious. The coronavirus is a contagious disease and spreads quickly in the environment. The coronavirus is a contagious disease and spreads quickly in the environment. If you have a contagious illness, it would be best to keep yourself at home. The way during this epidemic time we are using the term quarantine, so in that way we can use this sentence too. If you have a contagious illness, it would be best to keep yourself at home or in quarantine. Regress, कठिन, कठोर, सख्त या कर्कश. Its synonyms are severe, strict, stringent, and onerous. It's onerous. Tolerant, flexible, lenient. Sentence formation can be: she is also notorious for her rigorous work schedule. She is also notorious for her rigorous workout schedule. Here, notorious means being famous, but not for good things. Like Los Angeles is notorious for its smoke. Los Angeles is a city in America. Even we can take example of Delhi. Delhi is also notorious for its smoke, but in internet this was given example of Los Angeles because there is a history of smoke in Los Angeles. That's why it's famous. Like we can see the picture. Los Angeles is notorious for its smoke. It's actually two pictures before and after of Los Angeles city. Before they are showing that there is smoke over the city, but in the later image they are showing it's clear sky. So that's why Los Angeles was famous and is famous for its notorious smoke. So in that way we can use notorious. So in the sentence, she is also notorious for her rigorous workout schedule. Now I think that you can understand it easily. The next word is next sentence is: the instructor advised me to aim for 30 to 60 minutes of rigorous cardio most day of the week. The instructor advised me to aim for 30 to 60 minutes of rigorous cardio most days of the week. Two words I have taken for you as a homework. First is resentment and second is caricature. Try to make sentences, at least one sentence using each in the comment section. So as I told you earlier, these words have been taken from leading English newspapers.